viewer. These are going to be some timeless messages. Please keep in mind that not all my messages will resonate with everyone. Please take what resonates, leave the rest for another. Okay, I'm trying to see. This is my third attempt here, and I'd like to make sure that this is working, at least. I don't know. So hang on here, please, and then I'll see. Do I have sound? No. Still don't have sound. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. All right, I can proceed then. All right, let's see. All right, if you're interested in previous readings, you're going to find them under the live tab. Okay, like I said, this is my third time trying to get this going here. All right, so it seems to be working. So, all right, if you're coming across this video and you resonate with it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and see what's happening here. All right, you got connections, ideas, responsibility, and success with Capricorn of the 10th house. There will be success. So we just saw success. There's two cards of success. There's benefit from whatever this is for you, viewer. As this is a general reading, okay, of course, place yourself where you go here. All right. There's something been done a little at a time, stirring up the situation. Okay, this is some kind of communication, but it's carrying some kind of frequency to be aware of, this communication. All right. There's a success and a benefit when you take a chance. All right. I'm gonna, let's see, shuffle for the viewer. Here. I don't know if I said that. All right, I'm just gonna keep going. For the viewer, just happening. Balance. Partners, a balanced partner, or this is what you're attracting, or this is what this is about. Balance being restored, scales being balanced. All right, with those connections, the idea in question, that was the card, the first card I saw. So whatever connections, creating balance, restoring balance. Then there's the south node. Okay, so the imbalance was created for balance to be restored. Okay, there's the south node energy of anxiety and trouble and confronting actions when balance is restored. That's part of the balance. It's like the obstacles are part of the path, if that makes sense. It's like as soon as you try to change the obstacles, you take a chance on changing your path. Hi, okay, so we got the connections again. The ideas, what are these ideas about for the viewer? What do they have? Oh, analyzing. Okay, somebody's analyzing your ideas. Yeah, the past is analyzing your present ideas. So if you have new ideas or new connections, those are being analyzed. Okay. What's happening for the viewer? So, analyze. I'm telling you, that's analyze. This communication is to analyze. All right. To analyze what? Reactions? Mercury here. To analyze what? Oh yeah, reactions, anxiety and trouble. Something's being analyzed about the South Node energy when there will not be. Somebody's analyzing why there will not be something. Because you took a chance a little at a time, or there's been a change taking place a little at a time, and a major change. Then little changes created a major change 8th house, a major change. And it's part of a mystery. So there's mystery involved here. So it's like it doesn't matter how much energy wants to analyze something. It's the frequency of the information being received. Okay, we got, you're open to new ideas or inventing or stirring up. This communication is stirring things up for you to take a look at something. Oh, yeah, sacrifice energy, what you're attracting, to sacrifice what you are attracting. So this is a distraction to distract you from what it wants to come in for you. Oh, and then the South Node's at the bottom, controlling the situation, trouble, control, communication, and trouble, and then results. What are these results going to take place then with this South Node energy? Balance. Said this was going to create balance somehow, one way or another. Blondie could be significant, this one way or another. All right, we got Neptune, communication, sacrifice, and trouble. So that, because you're attracting good times and pleasure. I'm telling you, this is like polar opposite energy. All right, so you're being asked to inspire others with your communications of, here, and here's communications. Inspire others of your communications because you've got a higher vibration, or you're able to explain something. Trust your psychic knowledge of it. Whatever you took a chance on. So whatever you took a chance on is confused. Things are being brought to light though. So whatever was trying to inspire through some kind of anxiety or worry, of course that is not coming from a secure energy. I just want to say, because I see support and security. All right, so this is all a distraction. It's about importance, wisdom, insights, importance, where importance is placed. Moon. From the past, what is this communication? Limits. Okay, so for you to limit would be a sacrifice. Limit what? Your resources, your productivity, or your practicality. Taurus energy, because you have wisdom and insights. Maybe it's you work smarter, not harder, and that creates balance. You've got a lot of cooperation energy that is working with you, probably behind the scenes here with the sun. Trust your psychic knowledge of that, or this or that. South Node, trouble. All right, so all these concerns are meant to just hold one back. Here you got the connections. Be questioning some kind of connections. Be realistic. There is something coming in that is to make you happy. It's like, may all beings be happy. All right, what is happening here with the collective energy of the viewer? Balance, I'm telling you. Balance. Okay, so the universe says it's time to balance something out. It's not going, it's like no stopping it. Discovering that. Discovering there's no stopping the balance that's being created and the partnerships that are coming together in balance. Dedicated, achieving, partnering, balance, having dedication and focus. There's been rules imposed in the past that are being brought to light. Okay, it could be an Aries energy. There's fire, wisdom of what is honest. So something wasn't honest. The South Node. The trouble isn't even honest. Okay, so this was all created from something that wasn't even honest. with the responsibility of how something came to be for themselves. Trust your psychic knowledge in this. Pisces could be involved, Virgo could be involved. Libra, my nose is really itching. What's going on? Yeah, okay, hang on, something's coming in quick. Here's an analyzing. Okay, this has been analyzed a little at a time by a circle of friends. Okay, you're being asked to be positive because these beliefs are false. There was some kind of false belief. What is to be believed about the communication to begin with? Mercury, Gemini, ending. Whoop, over here, Gemini, ending. Something quick. So now there's some kind of quick communication going to balance things out with Jupiter. It doesn't involve overanalyzing. So if something needs to be overanalyzed, then what's the problem? It's in the South node. So that's where that leads. Trouble to trouble. Overly doing anything can lead to trouble, I want to say. All right, doing something in a big way. Trust your psychic knowledge of what was done in a big way, having to do with communication, dedication, focus, relationships, fear, sharing, values, trouble. Fear of sharing, fear of trouble. Okay, I mean, that's valid, not to want trouble. I get it. That is very valid. So what's that about? That kind of flipped around. So, the highest ideas, ability to gain that insight and wisdom. It flipped over. So there's some kind of rules about this. Okay, the rules have to do with a lesson. I don't know. And this is a general reading, so everyone's lesson is different here, but related with the North Node. So things happen in different ways, but the whole idea is very similar with the obsessions and the power struggles. So as old as time kind of thing. Okay, I have the 10 of Cups. All right, a lot of communication and over-analyzing on a 10 of Cups and the justice that is occurring and what is coming in to balance, I want to say. Okay, this is someone that wasn't in their own lane to begin with. High Priestess in reverse. Okay, this is also superficiality created out of these false concerns, choices. What's going on? Emperor. Okay, Emperor. Choices. I just saw choices. So it was about choices. Limiting choices. Limit imposed on what you are doing. Those cautions. Okay, this is about gaining the maturity, though, to have the communication that you want. It looks like you are choosing that. You're choosing peace here. Okay, and that could be some news. This news is coming to an emperor. I don't know. What's the news coming to an emperor? Aries energy. Oh. There was some kind of false narrative. These cautions weren't true, or something was false. Ace of Swords in reverse. Wheel of Fortune, that the cycle closed out, because this is upright. On a community. So there's information coming in that is not working together in unity with a Three of Pentacles. Collaborating not in unity because the Four of Wands was in reverse. So let's see here. Two of Cups in reverse. Ew. Okay, I'm happy with partnerships. So that created imbalances within within environments, I want to say. Okay, so, because, you know, the Emperor does have awareness of the environment. I don't mean environmental, I mean their surroundings. Okay, this is an energy that isn't getting something done. The message isn't coming through. They're giving the message that the message isn't, it's no longer working. World, the cycle closed out. Oh, I love this track. So, moving to calmer waters instead. These cups in reverse. Okay, it's like leaving things be. But, okay, that's not always gonna happen. What's happening here? Okay, there's something about not understanding that it's not your job. It's not, in a spiritual sense, it's not your job to do something. Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. Yeah, that tells me it's not your job to do something. Lovers. Then there's a whole lot of cards. I compete, engage with this. Engage with this energy that's unable to stand its ground. So the only way it can stand its ground is to keep something going. But the ideas are like false potentials, or they're not good potentials. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. And it's false potentials. So the potentials are leading one astray. It's not working though, like is expected with the 3 of Pentacles. Collaboration. 2 of Pentacles. Having to pull back. Our energy's not on the same page as before. Okay. There's messages coming in and messages being blocked. So, I don't know if that's an out. The world closing out the cycle. 0 to the end. I'm telling you. You're the star. Blindfolds off. Because anything self-inflicted, you've already freed yourself from. I'm getting ahead of myself with my words. I got a 0, the Fool, to the end. I mean, this is like you've got the wisdom of the whole cycle or pattern or whole generation or whole whatever, how huge of a cycle or how small it is. Depends on the viewer. Anyway, you'll be holding back from this energy because you see that it's disappointed, that you're not connected. Hermit. So you are like going within, and here I picked up the deck, and what's behind here? Justice with the Ace of Pentacles. So justice is coming in, it's just not coming in at the time as expected. This cycle completely closed out, or it didn't have a chance to begin with, possibly. Hangman. You see a higher perspective from the very beginning of the cycle. King of Swords in reverse. This tells me something was flipped, or the script was flipped. King of Wands. So something doesn't appear as it appears to be. Queen and King of Wands. Couple. Communications, but this could be a power couple, but what is the 9 of Pentacles? Free. Okay. 2 people coming together that are free. Free from the past restrictions, whatever they were. Magician, like any restrictions. 5 of Swords in reverse, because the restrictions were imposed to win at all cost. And you like to know that already. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Hang on. What is fortune? Fluctuating fortune. What's that about? Fluctuating fortune. It's like you don't care. That's part of this. I don't know. This could be part of this. Yeah. You're already the star. It's like you don't need to do something to shine. You shine from within here. 10 of Cups. I'm telling you. You shine from within here. You don't need to do something. So this energy has to do a lot for some reason. Yeah. Work hard. Do a lot. Virgo energy. The whole community has to work harder. Do a lot. But where did they go? The Ace of Pentacles. For an Ace of Pentacles, High Priestess in reverse. So is this about your Ace of Pentacles viewer? Looks like it. Because you're not tied to the situation, so you're seeing something correctly. What is this news that the viewer's gonna see in a higher perspective? I just saw that. So the news brings a higher perspective to, and maybe a connection that is going to actually support you in a different, something about supporting you. Justice. Something's coming in, the justice. Justice. And it's upright. Justice coming in. And it's moved the Saturn card. So Saturn is like, okay, you learned this lesson. Let's apply it to this energy instead. And I say that because here, it's like you're not involved. Four of Swords. Two major arcanas. Okay, there's recognition or being successful or wanting to be recognized. What's that about? Oh, well, you are being recognized for who you are. I want to say you freed yourself. So that is even being recognized. That's what you freed yourself from. And the balance and the justice that's going to play out is going to be recognized. And then others can gain the wisdom and understanding if they choose. Something like that. King of Wands. What is this justice coming in for the viewer? Oh, well, this is the Eight of Swords. I was just talking about it in reverse. What? Okay, so somebody's going to be connected to their own limits, which that's usually where that leads. It looks like spiritual, self-inflicted blindfold. Hierophant, Taurus. After the Emperor comes the Hierophant and a higher perspective. And then, so the World. Yeah, it's like not gonna, I don't know. For the viewer, what's happening here? Win at all costs, creating imbalances. Okay, so that's what's being restored. For the 5, you've already been through like all the swords here, I feel. Strength in reverse. Cup in reverse. Cup from the past. Cup in reverse from the past. While you have good investments and wisdom to apply. You could be applying for something that is going to work out here. There's an energy going to be carrying some burdens, or wanted you to. It was because their own ideas didn't work out. Somebody's own ideas didn't work out. What are they doing? Just projecting some kind of blame or something. Choices. Who someone chooses. The juggling and the burdens. 9 and 10 of Wands. King of Wands. He's going to be carrying 19 wands here. They don't close out a cycle. And walk away. 8 of Cups. I got choices. Wheel of Fortune, closing out the cycle. Having a choice. Somebody had plenty of time. Had plenty of time. World to close out the cycle. Okay, kept taking actions for some reason. Okay. Let's see. Temperance, there we go. Temperance brings injustice. Surpasses the limits. Patience. Not accepting less than you deserve is what shifted. Yeah. And here's that Five of Swords. When you, as soon as you quit accepting less than you deserve or seeing something for what it was, the world in reverse. As long as the cycle kept going. Seven of Swords, there was a deception attached to it. 2 and 5 is 7 of Swords. So there was participations with these swords, Judgment in reverse. So there's some kind of lower vibrational thinking here, or hidden. Something's hidden. Something doesn't want justice to be seen from the past. Yeah. Past freedom, how you gain freedom, how judged from the past. This is freedom from that judgment. So I don't know. You're not worried about it? This is about understanding how energy works. 3 of Cups. Star in reverse. This energy does not understand how healing and energy works. King of Wands is now in reverse. Unable to put the hard work in. Okay. Now this energy is unable to put the hard work into blocking justice or freedom. Now the scales are being balanced on small scales, large scales. This was, again, as soon as you didn't accept less than you deserve here. Right, and that whatever was creating these burdens that aren't yours. And there's justice with these burdens that were created that were not yours. And that's what's being brought to light. All the hard work that you put in to gain freedom from this. Devil in reverse, I'm telling you. Gain freedom from this attachments or distractions. That has one in a loop or a pattern. Right, blindfolded and in a competition, blindfolded in a competition, I'm telling you. Competition behind and then blindfolded and then strength to overcome some kind of, so you had the ability to overcome, detach, so this might be for one person out there. The ability to do all that over and over again. And do it with grace. Death in reverse. Okay, so the past isn't so willing to change. Okay, so it's at a crossroads. You're not sad. Star in reverse. You didn't lose hope. So, because you see it as a deception. So what's there to lose hope about? Ace of Wands in reverse. So now it's something not to even worry about. King of Wands in reverse. Projecting some kind of energy of an expectation. You move to calmer waters though. 5, 6, 7 of Swords, I saw. So progressing very quickly through this communication of the, now the communication is Devil in reverse, so you're not communicating with it, you just cut it off. Made a choice, not juggling. Chariot, moving forward quickly. Something else is stuck. Who's stuck? Virgo. It's a mystery. Probably you did something for personal power as a mystery. I have Scorpio, a major change. And then the power struggle. Okay. Obsession empowers eternal. So yeah, that's like hidden, or but it's not. It's coming to light. Discovering who or what's what over analyzing. So not minding their business. I feel right. Discovering what makes you feel secure. So what? Okay, the moon. So there's fear, doing something a little at a time, keeping involvement hidden. Use your intuition about the past with a circle of friends. I hope that was helpful. Let's just get a couple more. Control issues. Okay. I wouldn't doubt it here. With the communication, I think that was just kind of, yeah. Spiritual protection. You are being watched over physically, energetically, and emotionally. So all these control issues, and then spiritual protection with these fears being projected, I feel, about control issues. Value your self-worth is in reverse. I said something about as soon as you didn't accept less than you deserve, so that switched things up very quickly. You gave it to God, so you switch things up very quickly by not trying to control anything. Okay? You gave it to God for healing and solutions, so that's why justice comes in. You're unconventional, this is multiplied, and this is your unique qualities are an important part of your purpose. And part of your purpose was to see something from a higher perspective over here with the hangman and justice. So you're bringing justice about, and protection is here. Again, with the value of your self-worth. So diamonds could be involved, or this is the frequency, or this was a facet of life. Forgiveness heals. Topaz, yellow jasper. With control issues, topaz. Forgiveness. Forgiveness brings around justice. Believe it or not. Allowing those muddy waters to clear. And it also brings about wellness. Recovery of health and wellness is here. So wherever health and wellness was sacrificed for and imbalance was created, it is being restored. But it needs you to pull back a little bit there and give it to God, not control the situation. So not trying to defend things that aren't even worth defending, I want to say. Yeah, because you're too busy letting yourself sparkle and shine, and it's right on the judgment in reverse. So your light is irritating these energies, lower vibrations, I want to say. Own your divine power. Replace codependent people-pleasing tendencies with assertiveness, empowerment. Smoky quartz with clearing negativity. So clearing negativity, that's what you can do. Release negative toxins from within and around you. That's what you can do. Self-confidence through God confidence. That is what you have control over under choice. This is emotional attachment. It's karmic. And again, about the confidence. What's the control issue? I just want to check this control. Anything helpful can come out here. Here. That's all that revving. I don't know where it's coming from. Pretty far away. Sounds like a revving of a car of some sort. Okay, unnecessary worries about these control issues. Okay, so it's about citrine, the worry that was attached. Prosperity in reverse. Okay. Worried about losing something possibly, but what's these worries? Divine intervention. I saw divine intervention in reverse. That's gold. There was a gold and diamond here. Could be, wedding ring type energy. Unnecessary worries was in reverse. This has all created unnecessary worries. So the only way to release unnecessary worries is to not worry about what you can't control. Over a period of time, not, you know. Okay, so there's something inauthentic here about when you sparkle and shine. So you're shining light here, things are being brought to light, natural beauty. So whatever was inauthentic and that was judging, and you keep giving it to God, you're not doing anything. You might have blocked the communication because stress reduction is here. So you're clearing negativity, reducing stress. That's watermelon tourmaline. That helps with reducing stress on a spiritual path. Turquoise energy. Own your divine power. Replace codependent people-pleasing tendencies with assertiveness and empowerment, because I have a spiritual path here. And this is a path you walk alone. And you don't try to control things that you can't control. You keep giving. So it's not, you are, yeah. All right. That was interesting. I'm going to get a couple of these. Behind the veil. All right, behind the veil. Saturn has big lessons here behind the veil. Seek clarity. There's a feather of hope. Ancestors. Hope. For the viewer. Clear path. You have a clear path. As soon as your path is clear, divine intervention and justice all at once. But it just kind of, okay, create a new identity. Yeah, I was going to say something isn't happening as going to, I can't talk, as expected. Unity, new, what's up with the identity? More adventures. Okay, just maybe going where you new people, where they don't know you. Small steps, roots of success. Going forward, that's kind of like very fast though. This is like light, I don't know, to get a picture like that, you actually have to stop it. I don't know how it works. Trust the process of going forward. I'm not going to pretend to know how photography works, because I don't. Charge ahead, slow climbing. Another one. Thrive and believe. Okay, thriving. I got seeds here. Okay, the seed of potential is in reverse. And then I've got roots of stability. You already planted the seed. You already have the roots. So it's building with what you already have. Take great care with what you have. The scales of balance are being restored. Take great care with what you have. Appreciate what you have. You already planted the seed. And then the feather of hope. And this is like an ancestral seed here, or guidance involved. A sky of clarity. To create clarity. Just go with it. Feather of hope. So far, so you're like following some kind of something here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I do hope this was helpful. Thanks a lot. See you next time.